Is trading whilst traveling something that's realistic? Should you do it? And if you want to do it, what are your best practices?
So this is going to be my trading setup. Here I have like a USB flat panel monitor.
You can make money from anywhere as long as you have an internet connection. How often have we heard that exact slogan in the trading space? Signals gurus or educators, maybe even some brokers, promoting trading as some way to make money regardless of where you are, as long as you have an internet connection. You can be in the beach club, drinking a martini, trading from your phone. We hear that all the time, don't we? Now, I happen to be very experienced in this area, not just with trading, but also with traveling. Since I began trading in 2015, I've been on holiday pretty much every year. We were in the French Riviera last year, we were in Italy the year before, we've done Dubai, we've done Greece multiple times, as well as a lot of sort of weekend trips to London, maybe up north in Scotland and that type of thing as well. So it may be useful for you to know that pretty much all of those trips I have been actively trading as well. First of all, I want to talk about some of the pros and cons with trading and traveling. It's a nice idea, right? To think that you can go away, spend some time with your family, go to the beach, do all those nice things that you want to do on holiday. Now, also depending on where you're traveling to, you're also going to have more or less time. You're somewhere like Dubai, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be spending a lot of time in your apartment, in your villa, in your hotel room, whatever, because there's so much to go out and see and do. I mean, when we were in Dubai, we were out driving fast cars. We were at Dubai Water Park. We were going on desert safaris and hot air balloons and all the rest of it. I think we spent, other than sleeping, we spent, maybe an hour a day actually in our apartment. Whereas you go somewhere like Greece or somewhere a little bit more laid back, you're going to be spending a lot of time in the hotel or in the villa, by the pool, plenty of time to be sitting on a laptop, sitting on your phone, looking at potential trade ideas, setups, whatever it may be. But regardless of where it is that you're going, it is a nice idea to think that whilst you're away relaxing, 1, you're still being productive, and 2, you're actually making money to fund all of the experiences that you want to do. Coming from a more professional level and understanding, I have a very data-backed and mechanical edge. I don't want to miss opportunities that could potentially harm my results over the course of the year. I know that if I go away for a week, there's every chance that the trades I'll take will lose money. They might make money, they might lose money. It's not that kind of guarantee of, I'm going to go on holiday, I'll put on a few trades while I'm there, it's going to pay for things. You may end up finding a holiday that cost you $5,000, ends up turning into a holiday that cost you $10,000 because you lost $5,000 whilst you were on holiday trading in the markets. But at least I know if I'm trading whilst I'm away, any setups that come up that are valid, that are in line with my rules and my edge, I'm going to be there to take them and to capitalize upon them. The advantage to trading whilst you're away is you're not giving up any opportunity cost. Some of the cons, some of the negatives to trading whilst you're traveling, it can be difficult to switch off for aspiring traders or for people in the first couple of years of their professional career. I know when I'm on holiday, I can do a bit of trading in the evening, put setups on, I can sleep absolutely fine after that. I can go out the next day, not really even have to check the charts, and it's not even on my mind. For 90% of you, it will not be the same. You will have trades, you'll have risk in the market, and you won't be able to switch off. You won't be able to relax. The second thing is kind of linked to it, and that's you are sacrificing time that you could be spending with family, that you could be spending with friends, that you could be spending on other experiences. This is not a problem for me. All of my setups, I have everything coded to send notifications into my Discord server for our members. Pretty much, I can go about my day even when I'm on holiday. I get those notifications to my phone when the daily candle is closed, if there are setups. And I can just take 30-40 minutes in that evening to sit down, look over my markets and put in any orders, and then I can switch off. For many of you, your strategies require you to be at the markets for the London session, for example, or for the New York session, or maybe even both. you're looking at 5-minute charts, 15-minute charts, 1-minute charts. All of that is drawing energy from you, and it's also taking time away from you being on holiday. Let's say on the Monday, you decide, okay, I'm actually going to trade, and you miss out on some good experiences, you miss out on some laughs with friends and family and all the rest of it. So on the Tuesday, you decide not to trade. Tuesday evening, you check the markets and realize you've missed 2 great setups that would have made you a ton of money. So on Wednesday, you jump back in, you do the same thing, family in your ear, complaining that you're not hanging around, and you lose money. You've jumped in on the Wednesday because you saw how good Tuesday went, and you've ended up losing money. That's 3 days of the markets just playing with your mind. It could really, really impact your holiday. The other thing I would say here that's definitely worth noting is, especially if you're not a super experienced and established trader, sometimes being out of your usual environment mentally can cause you not to be quite as switched on. You may miss details. You may take trades that you wouldn't have normally taken. You're not going to have access to all of the tools and stuff you normally do. By me, I have 4 screens, sometimes 5 screens I'm using. I have different risk calculators. I have my Squawk system that's broadcasting news to me live. Twitter feed sometimes I have live and open. I can't take 5 monitors on holiday with me. For some of you, your trading is very dependent upon having, those multiple screens, having a news feed, etc., etc. If you're going to, some remote island in the middle of nowhere, your Wi-Fi might be terrible. Here, I have a LAN connection. I'm plugged straight into the wall pretty much, so I have a very consistent connection. Again, for my type of trading, longer term, higher time frame swing trading, not a problem. If you're trading shorter time frames, your execution speeds are very, very important. If your Wi-Fi is terrible and you click a couple of times, you maybe enter more trades than you intended to, it could be a super frustrating experience. One last con that I think deserves a mention here is time zones. You are used to trading during certain hours, waking up at a certain time, going to bed at a certain time, and trading specific sessions. If you're going somewhere that's a few hours behind or a few hours ahead, that is totally going to knock off your daily schedule. You may end up having to stay up into the night to trade your normal sessions. You may end up having to wake up, in the middle of the night to begin your trading sessions. Time zones is definitely something to think about. For me, this doesn't tend to be an issue because my trading does take place in literally just placing pending orders in a short window during the day. What are the best practices? In the position that I'm in, it's relatively frequently that I get asked to come down to London to, speak with a broker or an institution, or to, like I did, in 2022, speak at the Financial Magnets London Summit. I'm going to be away, and I'm going to be away for, sometimes 2 days, sometimes 3. In that situation, I'll be honest, I'm perfectly fine with just a laptop. It's a couple of days. Sometimes it's over a weekend where the markets aren't even open. So bringing a laptop with me is absolutely fine. I can place those orders on my laptop in the evening, and I can just keep tabs on those orders, whether they get filled, whether I need to exit trades from my phone throughout the next day. Now, if I'm going somewhere a little bit further afield, or if I'm going away for a longer period of time, like when I went to the FMLS, we were there for a whole week. So not only did I take my laptop, I also took a flat panel monitor. You can see that on screen just now, what that setup looks like. It simply just plugs into the USB port, and all of a sudden I have 2 monitors, which just makes my life a whole lot easier. If I have to travel with a flat panel monitor, I will do it. They're relatively small, about the size of an A4 sheet of paper. That fits in a suitcase. It fits in a backpack next to my laptop as well, which I would typically put it in my backpack, so I've always got it on me rather than putting it in the luggage hold and risking it getting broken or damaged. Now, when I'm going abroad, I'm always staying in a villa or an apartment. When we go to Dubai, we usually stay in an apartment. If we're going somewhere like Greece, we'll rent a nice villa with a pool, something nice and private. But I'm always looking to make sure that there's a decent Wi-Fi connection, that there is some sort of desk where I can set up a laptop, set up an extra monitor. If the villa has an office in and of itself, that's going to be another thing that I really want to see. When we went to the French Riviera last year, the villa that we had rented for the week had a dedicated office with a computer screen and everything else. I was able to just bring in my laptop, pretty much plug into that monitor, plug and play, and I have a full trading setup that I can use for all of the time that I'm there. my ideal situation is having a dedicated office space somewhere that's quiet, especially if you're with friends, you're with family, you're having people over. It's nice to have your trading setup out of the way where no one's gonna, spill a drink on it or knock it over or go over and interfere with it or anything like that. And I know I'm going to get high quality, solid trading in where I'm focused, no distractions, and I can walk away and leave it and not have to think about it. So that covers the best practices section of the video. Can you do it? Yes, absolutely. Should you do it? That's totally up to you. If you desire to trade whilst traveling, those are some best practices that you can follow. After the pros and cons, I can review those and say, for me, personally, I think it's fine to trade. You evaluating those pros and cons, you might come to a different conclusion, and that is totally fine. Guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. I hope you got some value from it. Do drop it a like, consider subscribing if you haven't already. And if you haven't ever checked out what we do here at KB, we offer a variety of different educational services. We have a Discord, which is open to anyone to subscribe and join at any time, see what we're about. Then we have some relatively exclusive educational packages. We're really looking for those top aspiring traders out there who are dedicated, who are committed, and who are serious about trading. If you think you fit the bill, check out the top link in the description, watch that free training, and drop in an application to find out if you've got what it takes to be one of our members here at KB.